Hi everyone, I'm Tracy from Freshly Centred, and today I'm going to take you through an ultimate core Pilates workout. So it's going to do lots of good strengthening work for the core, the abdominals, as well as mobilising through the rest of your spine. So let's get started. So let's begin down on your mat. We're just going to find our neutral position. So just take your knees and feet hip distance apart. And we're just going to rock the pelvis backwards and forwards a few times. So feel how you press your back into the floor and then how you arch your back off the floor. And then you want to just find the even ground in between those two extremes so that you are level across your pelvis. Think about drawing the rib cage downwards and the arms by your side. So we're going to start with a bridge exercise which works the core through the whole movement. So we're going to start by tilting your pelvis, pressing your lower back into the ground and then lifting your spine off the floor. We pause when we reach full height and then we're going to work our way back down again. So you want to really imagine bone by bone peeling off the floor, using that core to lift. We hold, and then as you come down, you're almost drawing those tummy muscles in on themselves to get back down again. So let's exhale as we roll through. Take an inhale as we reach the top, and then exhale, work your way back down again. So just enjoy the movement through your spine, but just feeling those core muscles tighten and work for us as we go here. Let's just take one more like this. Inhaling at the top and exhaling down. When you come back to the floor, let's just readjust back to your neutral position. Level across that pelvis once again for some scissors. So keeping your pelvis absolutely still, we're going to float one leg to tabletop, which is our 90-degree position, and then back down again. Switch to the other side and back down. So as we do this, we're looking to keep these hips really, really still. No movement at that lower back or rib cage. And just maintaining that 90-degree lift back down again. We exhale as we lift. We inhale back down. So we're just using these as a short warm-up before we do some of our harder exercises. So I want you just to feel that slight increase in load across your core as you lift that leg. We're going to take 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Okay, from here we're going to interlace the fingertips and pop them round the back of our head, ready for some abdominal preparation exercises. So this is just going to load your core a little bit further here. So relax the shoulders, keep the elbows slightly wide away from your head, and let's inhale. As we exhale, we're going to scoop the head and shoulders, look over the top of your knees, and then we lower back down again. Breathing out, we lift, inhale back down again. Now, as I lift here, I still have this small gap under the lower back, so you want to make sure that we don't close that gap down, and we just keep that nice position. Exhaling, let's lift, looking over those knees and down. We're going to take 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to continue this movement, but this time as you lift, we're going to reach the arms out towards the toes, stretch for the end of your mat, and then as you come down, bring the arms overhead, but keeping this rib cage pulled down. Hands behind head. Let's lift, stretch for the end of the mat, keep that rib cage down as we lower down, and behind. Breathing out. Reach long, inhale down. Let's increase that flow a little bit more now. So we're going to lift, reach, and down. Behind, breath out. Inhale, still being mindful of that small gap under your lower back, making sure that we don't squash the lower back to the floor. And then really focus rib cage staying down. One last time, all the way through. lift, stretch for the end of the mat, lower down. From here, we're going to come all the way up into our abdominal prep position for some hundreds. So keeping that small gap, we're going to pulse the hands up and down. So hundreds is traditionally our endurance exercise. It's a classical Pilates exercise. So we want to be keeping that tension on. You can support your head with one hand if you're feeling any tension there, or even place your head back down onto the floor if you need to. So let's breathe in, breathe out. Relaxing through your shoulders. Let's keep pulsing those hands. I'm going to count you down slowly. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the head. Let's lower down. Okay, bringing yourself back up into our abdominal prep. We're now going to take a one leg stretch. So we're going to glide one leg out, glide it back, glide the other leg and back, lower down. Breathing out. Now being mindful as you stretch the leg to keep this rib cage down, and don't worry that the leg doesn't fully extend. Actually, it's preferable if it doesn't, because if you fully extend this leg, you will increase the arch at your back and just place any extra strain on it that we don't want. So breathing out to lift, reach long through the leg. Think about drawing a straight line with this leg, okay? So that we draw a line from the hip to the knee to the ankle. Use that core. Okay, on this next one, we're going to add the arms. So we're going to lift, arms stretch, we lower down. On the next one, we do the legs. So we stretch and back, stretch and back, lower down, arms, breath out, reach for the toes, keep that rib cage down and back. Exhale, reach long and back. Hopefully beginning to feel those abdominals warming up. Arms, stretch for your toes, bring it overhead. Last time with the legs. Stretch, keep the elbows nice and wide and back. Last time with the arms. Reach. Now this time pause here. We're going to come into a mobilizing exercise. So grab the knees and bring them down with you. So let the lower back round to the floor. We're going to do rolling like a ball. So I want you to squeeze your knees together, squeeze the hands around the back of your thigh and engage through your core. And then from here, we're going to use our core strength to come up into sitting, and then we're going to roll back down again. So tuck your chin, mobilize through your spine, lengthen tall. So we breathe out, breathe in. Let's just keep a steady breath as we roll. Squeezing onto your thighs. Take one more, staying up tall. We're going to grab onto one leg as we gently roll down. Extend the other leg out for one leg stretch. So we're going to stretch and stretch. Now keeping that neutral posture. Let's breathe out for 2. Breathe in for 2. Stretch and stretch. Stretch and stretch. If you need to, you can put that head down if there's any strain around your neck. Let's keep breathing. Pointing those toes. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in, relax your neck and shoulders, and just let the lower back round this time, because we spent a lot of time not letting it do that. So let's just stretch out for a moment and release the legs one at a time. We're going to come into our neutral position once again. So just mobilize through your pelvis so that you are level. Ribs are down, just your natural space. We're going to come into some hundreds again. So taking one leg to tabletop, deeper core engagement, bring the second leg to tabletop and then glue them together here. You can either keep your head down Or if you're able, lift through that head and shoulders, and let's begin our 100 pulses. So squeezing those knees together, that just gives us some extra core activation from the inner thighs. So drawing in through those core muscles, let's breathe in and out. We're going to go for 8 counts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, take the hands to our head. We're going to come into a double leg stretch. So from here, squeeze the knees together, extend both legs and back. Breath out, breath in. Really use the breath to help you on this one. You want a sense of drawing in through your core as we stretch out. We've got 3 and back, 2 and back, and 1. Bring the knees in, bring the head down, keeping those legs out at their tabletop position, but with your neutral spine. We're going to combine this with an abdominal prep. So we're going to lift through that upper body, reach out, come back and down, lift, reach, come back and down, breathe out. Hopefully you're feeling lovely and warm like I am now. And back and down. We've got 3. Keep the knees squeezing together. 2 and 1. Hug those knees in, relax your head down, and let your lower back round to the floor once again. Okay, so from here, take those hands back underneath your knees for our rolling like a ball. We're going to use this to get back up into a sitting position. So gently tuck your chin in, lift through your chest, squeeze the knees together, core engages. We inhale, exhale, lengthen yourself up into sitting. Now try to keep those feet off the ground as we hold our position. So keep drawing in through that center, arms are outstretched, lift those legs to sort of parallel position, and we're going to toe tap and back, toe tap and back. So keep lifting through your breastbone, lifting through your neck. Let's exhale and inhale. Let's tap and return. Reach and back. 4 more. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, hands behind the head for some crisscross for the obliques. So we're going to twist and center, twist and center. So try to maintain some height through your breastbone. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those legs down, lengthen them out in front. We're just going to take a spine stretch. So this is really good for the hamstrings, but equally good for our core as well. So we're going to lengthen tall as we can, take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to come up and over, hollowing in through that core area, and then stack your spine up tall. Inhale, exhale, up and over, core pulls inwards, and then we lift tall. Breathing out, draw through your core. So think about the core as being the main purpose or the main point in this movement. Taking 1 more, stacking yourself up nice and tall. From here, let's bend through the knees. We're going to take a roll down. So super, super slow, bone by bone, come down into lying. From here, we're going to come back to hip distance apart in your neutral position, ready for some bridges again. So we're going to roll through the spine, bone by bone, get nice and high, get your pelvis really steady and level, and keep squeezing up those bottom muscles. We're going to add in some scissor lifts. So engaging through your center, let's take one leg and then tap and lift and tap. So keep squeezing up through those hips, breathing out, breathing in. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself bone by bone all the way back down. Breath in, breath out. Lift through, hips high, and then lift that other leg. Tap down. Just be really aware that we don't want to lean to that one side. So you want to keep the hips as if you had a spirit level across your hips. 3, 2, and 1. Work your way from the top, the middle, and the bottom. Come back down. Let's hug those knees in one last time. And we're going to take a rolling like a ball to get back up. So hands behind the knees, lift the head and shoulders, tuck your chin, core active, and then we lift ourselves up. From there, we are just going to come round onto our fronts here and come onto all fours. Okay, so from a moment, just work up through the shoulders and then relax the chest. Up through the shoulders and relax. One last time, maintaining this height. Have the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over your knees. Core engages. We're going to step back for a high plank with one foot and then the other foot. Keep your back nice and straight. Bring the knee down and down. Step back, lift up, core strong, push yourself away from the mat, return and down. On this next one, we're going to stay here, so really get your posture correct. Lift and down. Let's breathe out and in. Breathe out and in for 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, knee, knee, and take a child's pose. Get the weight off your arms and shoulders. Relax your hips over your heels. And just take a nice breath out. We're just going to start to wind down. So we're going to walk those hands to one side, send the hips in the opposite direction, and just have a real big exhale. Walk them to the other side. Hips pull in the opposite direction and just breathe out. And then we're just going to come round into a seated position. So we're just going to cross our legs, sit tall through your spine for our mermaid. So we're just going to come up and over. So glue your bottom bones to the floor and then extend that stretch. And then come back. We're going to do the same over to the other side. Lengthen from your fingertips all the way down. And relax. From there, just taking both hands down, we're just going to open through the chest, open. So create as much length up through these sides as you can. And back down. One last time with a breath out. Take one hand behind you. We're just going to stretch this one up and leaning backwards just to create more of a stretch through those abdominals. And then come back. Take those arms up. We'll go to the other side. So take that hand back behind you. Just lift up and lean back. And relax. Give it a good shake out. And that is us done with this workout. I really hope you enjoyed it and felt the benefits. I'll hopefully see you on the Freshly Centred YouTube channel soon. I'd love it if you could like the video and share it with some others that you think might enjoy. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.